Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Give me a second if I see the jump on. Make sure I'm in that group. Hi everybody. So we're going to need a kettlebell or your weights, whatever weights you use. So if you want to just grab them and get them out, we'll get ready to start. So this morning, right? So with you on, good morning everybody. We're going to get started with our Monday session. So as I said, you're going to need your either a kettlebell or dumbbells, whichever you prefer to use yourself. We're going to do quite a bit of arm work again today, and it'll be a nice snappy session that you get your sweat on and get you started for a perfect Monday. So grab yourself a drink, open whatever windows you need to do, and we will get started once I get this timer going. Come on, come on, come on. And then it hasn't woken up yet here. Come on, like that. That's us. So, okay, so we're going to do 4 exercises in each round, and we're going to do the rounds twice. So again, as always, if you are watching this back and you want to get a further workout, add a third round in if you wish before you move on to the next one. So we're going to start each round with shoulder press. Now, if you have a kettlebell, you can do a kettlebell swing. I'll show both of those now when we start. I have no kettlebell here today. I'll have one tomorrow, and I'll show you the technique anyway, just using a barbell. We're going to go into a single arm push press. We're going to go to a squat. We're going to go to a press up. So then the next round we'll have 4 exercises again. A lot of them working between core and upper body strength. But we're also going to do the legs. So as always, it'll be a full body workout and it'll be a great crack. So can you bring it onto your toes and we'll warm up. And go. So nice and light in the feet. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. Speed it up. Get the heart rate going. Bring it to jacks. Forward and back. Keep going with that. Just going to adjust this camera. Dun, 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 dun. So you can be putting your arms out and in as well. That's better. Finding a rhythm, alternating as you go. Back to jacks. And bring it back onto the feet. Stroll it lightly. Speed it up. And time. So circle the arms now nice and wide. Change direction. Widen out. And then 3 times. Diagonals. 3 each side. Push that shoulder right back. Switch sides. Oh, my arms just so heavy from Friday. Now, I'm going to go with the hips, widen the legs slightly, rotate the hips to one direction. Try and keep the heels on the floor. Deep breaths. Change direction. Well done. Bring it down into squat position. Hands around the feet if you can. Push the bum towards the floor and then push the bum towards the ceiling. Stretch out the backs of those legs. Go again. And push back up. Mind the knees here. And last time. This time, use your elbow if you can and slightly rotate the knees to widen out the hips. From there, go into plank position. Bring one foot to the hand, switch side, and let's do 4 each side. 2, 3, and last one. Bring it down onto your side, hand out, top leg out, hand across, and you're going to rotate across and back without knocking the furniture. 6 each side. Turn that chest towards the ceiling. Let the top knee lift a little bit if it has to. And change sides when you have 6. Go. 1, 2. And when you've done that, onto your back, 12 with both feet under the knees here, pushing the pelvis up, or 1 foot on the knee and do 6 each side, whichever you're able to do yourself. And when you have that done, bring it back up to your toes and we'll get started. So, you're going to want to grab your kettlebell or your barbell, whichever weight you have. If you don't have a weight at this point, you probably should have something, trying to think, even a jam jar, a big jar of something for the press up. Otherwise, just go to the floor and do plank, okay? So I'm going to show you the possibility, or the technique for kettlebell swing, and then I'm going to show you with the bells, because that's all I have. And then if you are really stuck and you can't, and don't have anything to use for the first exercise of the round each time, just go to plank, get yourself into proper position, which I'll show you, and you're still strengthening and working the upper body and the core. So we're going to start off with a shoulder press. Now, if you're working with a kettlebell, to do a kettlebell swing here, I'm going to pretend this is a kettlebell. You're going to soften the knees, square the hips. You're going to pick the kettlebell up off the floor in one movement, swing it out and back, keep the back straight, and you gradually swing it up towards your nose, out in front of your nose, setting back each time and straightening up. So when you straighten up here, you are squeezing the glutes. If you don't have a kettlebell, we're just going to do a basic shoulder press. So we're going to stand again, soft knees, square hips, shoulders here or indeed here, and you're pushing up through here or up from the shoulders and back, okay? So whichever one of those you're able to do, get ready and we will go in to that now. Sorry guys, Jesus Mary, just look at me. I hate technology. Peppa Pig was about to start playing freeze there. Some crack. Now, so in position, ready to go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, I'm going from here, shoulders up and down. Mr. Rush is under instructions not to come home without a kettlebell for me today, so I'll have a kettlebell for these tomorrow. Up and down. So make sure your arms are hitting the side of your ears. Make sure your core is tight. Make sure your bum is strong and that your back is not arched. If it is beginning to arch, split your stance. Make sure that core stays engaged. And if you're doing the kettlebell swing, be sure that the bell is coming as far as your nose in front of your ear and back, and that you're not arching the back as you go. 3, 2, and 10. Keeping the same kettlebell or one of the weights depending on what you have. We're going to do a one arm push press. So we're going here. We're going to push straight up through and down. So we're moving on from the last exercise and we're going to define into one movement. We'll switch arms in the next round. So holding that one arm on your shoulder, the weight is on your shoulder, and you're pushing up through. If you have a kettlebell, you're going from here straight up. So let's go. So kettlebell is here and up. Weight or barbell is here and up. Now, you will find this heavier because you're using one arm now instead of two. Use the knees if you have to. So push up through the knees and breathe out. Good, halfway. So this might seem light if you have a nice light weight, but when you get into the reps of this, you feel the weight. It gets heavier and heavier. Push it up, another 10 seconds, let's go. Push that up through. Arms are already feeling this. 3, 2, time, well done. Set the weight down. Let's just keep it up on our toes now, and we're just going to go into a basic squat. So again, if you have the weight and want to really push yourself this morning, hold on to it. Keep it here, just at your chest. And when you're going down into the squat, just make sure that you keep the back tall and that the chest does not dip forward like this. And you push up through the legs, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. If you're doing it without the weight, again, hands are here, push them up towards the ceiling and back up as you squat. Keep yourself nice and tall, keep going. So, I've said this before, you pretend you've got a camera here, and as you squat down and up, you're trying to make sure that the camera continues to film what's in front of you, rather than doing that. It's a good way to check yourself, because often people in the squats, as they get tired going through the set, they start to do this, and they push themselves down low and they think they're doing great, but actually the chest is on the floor. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and time. And we're going to bring it down onto the floor for press up. Just to finish off these shoulders and arms completely. Dun, 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 dun. So, when you're ready now again, as I said to you on Friday or whatever day I saw you last, you have to always remember, if you cannot do the press up for whatever reason, go into plank, alright? Now, when you're ready, we're going to put the hands on the mat, directly under our shoulders, and we're going to push up and down. Watch me for demonstration. Hands are here, straight line from the floor to your shoulders. None of this. We're here, we're going down, and we're going up, okay? When you're ready. 3, 2, 1, let's start. So demonstration was done. Hands are here, straight line. We're pushing the elbows back, and we're pushing the arms through the floor. And you keep your core tight the whole way down and the whole way up. If you're new to this and you find this really difficult, go to the floor, put your weight onto the floor, and then in one swift movement, push up through the arms. And if you do that slowly a few times, eventually you'll get to the point where you won't have to put your body weight onto the floor. So we're going back and up. Nose goes towards the mat. Everything comes up together. Last 5 seconds. Come on, let's get one more. We could go another one. Yeah, like yes, do that. And time. Bringing it back to here. Grab a drink. We'll take a quick break. Oops. Might switch those up a wee bit this time. We'll go from the shoulder press into the squat, and then we'll do the arm because that's going to burn. So we're going to do that again. And as I said already, if you are watching this back and you want to give yourself a little bit more, push yourself a little bit more, do a third round before we progress on to the second set. So starting again with that one. Again, starting off with either your kettlebell swing or your shoulder press, whichever you're doing. Think about your technique. With the kettlebell swing, it's really important that you carefully pick up the weight and carefully set it back down, and that you're not swinging up to here, and that you're not doing this at the top. People tend to push the pelvis forward, and it's, you know, if you have a mirror or if you're able to see your reflection somewhere and you're new to this, it might do no harm to do it in front of the mirror just to check your technique, because obviously I can't see what you're doing. If you're concerned or unsure about it, get someone to film you doing it and set it so I can give you some feedback if you wish, okay? When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, kettlebell swing or shoulder press. So I'm just going to go with the press for now. Step myself back. Up and down. Keep the core tight. So it's It's not just about concentrating on the arms here. People think it's just the arms. No. From the feet up, are your feet flat? Are your knees soft? Is your pelvis squared and tucked forward? Is your core tight? Could I punch you in the tummy as you do this and will it stay strong? Is your shoulders low and are they back? And are your arms hitting your ears? So always check your position the whole way from the floor up, and that makes sure that you are in the correct position and that you're safe and strong. Last 3, 2, and time. Let's set the weights down or hold on to it for your squat if you wish. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, and squat. Chest tall, head up. Push the bum back. Go low if you can. And make sure you're pushing up through and that you're not twisting the knees as you come up. If you find that your knees twist as you're coming out of the squat, there's a chance that your feet are too far apart. So turn them as if they're at 5 to 1 on the clock. Push the knees forward in the squat and back up again. Okay, keep going. Keep it nice and tall. You're nearly there. Last 10 seconds. Push up through the legs. Keep that chest tall. 3, 2, time. Grab your weights again now with the other arm. And we're going into our single arm push. Ready to go. Other arm, let's go. So again, soft knees. Checking our stance. Push it up through. Keep this arm here for balance. Some people like to put it on their hips. Fine, as long as you don't end up doing this, okay? So keep your spines tall. Imagine there's a string coming up through your spine and it's going straight to the roof, straight to the ceiling. So you're keeping yourself tall and straight. You're pushing up through. Now use the knees and push up through. Up we go. Yes, this will be burning shoulders, biceps, triceps, the whole works will be going here. And push it up, let's go. One more and time. Well done. Bring it down onto the ground and we'll finish this set with another press up. There's Christmas music blaring down the hall here. Jingle bells in July, huh? Wouldn't be like us. Right, so we're going straight into our press up again. If you find the press up too difficult, forearms down here underneath the shoulders, knees, straight line, and plank. When you're ready with the press up, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, hands are below the shoulders, check the pelvis. If your bum is up here, you're not going to be able to do this safely. So you have to have a straight line from the floor to your shoulders, and you're going down and pushing up through. Keep going. Keep the feet on the floor. Keep the back straight. Everything's coming up and down together. Make sure that you're not arching the back. Again, if you're here and you know you're here, go to a plank instead. Because if you're doing that, you're going to hurt your neck, you're going to hurt your shoulders, and you're absolutely doing nothing. 3, 2, 1. Take a break. Grab a drink. Open those windows further. Swear at me a little bit if you wish. Are we okay? Say hello to me. Good to see you guys. It was really lovely yesterday. Met Angela, one of the ladies in the group here. We're up around Dunree Fort and in a show, and it was really, really lovely. It's so nice to meet some of you. I know some of you we probably will never, ever actually get to meet. But if we are anywhere near you and you do see us, please say hello, because it's so, so nice for us to put faces to the names. So we're going to go into round 2. We're going to start off again with the kettlebell swing or the shoulder press, whichever you're doing. We're going to go to the floor then for a sit-up. You can use the weight if you wish, or you can reach up to the foot, whatever. I'll show you a few variations for that. We're going to then do the single arm row, and then we're going to finish off that round with a squat jump. So as you can see, there's a really nice combination of cardio, core, legs and arms in this today. So grab your bell or your weight and let's get ready to either do or swing. Again, remember you're pushing the bum back and you're swinging up, and then you're squeezing the glutes at the top if you're using the kettlebell swing, and if not, we're going into our shoulder press, 2 arms up. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So soften the knees, square the pelvis, tighten the core, shoulders are low, let's go. Pushing up through. Breathing out as you push up. When you're already halfway. Well done. Keep the elbows forward. Keep the knees soft. Again, do your check from the floor now. Feet flat, knees soft, pelvis cord tight, shoulders low, back straight. 3, 2, and time. Well done. Set the weights down carefully. Let's go down onto the floor, onto your back for sit-up. And again, you can use the weights if you wish. If you're using the weight, make sure your feet are flat on the floor, make sure your back is flat on the floor. The weight is up here above you, and you're pushing the weight up towards the ceiling as you go. You can do that without the weight, or we can just do a basic crunch. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sorry, I'll start that again. So, God, I hate these locks. Oh, sorry guys, we're going to start that again. So we're always going to make sure as well we start here. Head and shoulders are up. This is where you start your crunch no matter what way you're doing it. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, if you have the weight in your hand, your head and shoulders are off the floor, you're going up and down with the weight. No weights here or here, but head and shoulders stay off the floor at all times. Keep it going. Keep that core tight. So imagine that everything from here to the top of your head, when it's in this position, it doesn't move from this position again. The only thing that moves you here now is the midriff. So it crunches you up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Well done. Bring it back up on your feet. Trying to knock this off this time. We're going into our single arm row. So let's start off with our left foot forward. Our kettlebell is on the floor. Now we'll go with right foot forward first. Kettlebell is on the floor. Right foot is forward. Left foot is stepped back like this. You're going to reach forward, put your weight onto your knee with your elbow, holding onto the weight, bring it back to your pocket and down towards your foot. When you're ready, 3, 2, time, let's go. So we're forward and up to the pocket. Down, keep the back straight. Again, check your pelvis is tucked in. It's a trick to all of these exercises, keeping yourself strong. Back, down to the foot, back to the pocket. At the top of this movement, you should be able to feel your shoulder blades squeezing together. Push it again. Back up, down, keep the core tight. Imagine that imaginary tickler is going to come and poke you in the tummy. Keep it all strong. Last 5 seconds, you can do this. Come on. 3, 2, and carefully set that weight down. Bring it back to your feet, and let's go into our squat jump to finish this round. With the squat jump, you can do basic squats again if you wish. You're going down low, back is straight, and you're jumping up through, landing softly on those knees each time. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So you're up and down. Soft knees, toes are facing forward. Be careful that your toes are not like this or you'll hurt your knees. Forward, up. If you find that difficult, squat. Push it back slightly, squeeze it up to the top. When you've got that, go up on your tiptoes. And even if you do that for the whole set, you're still working the quads, you're still working the back, you're working everything. Add in the jump when you can. Find your rhythm. Keep the chest tall. Come on, you can do it. 3, 2, time. Grab a drink, guys. Well done. The one that keeps banging the doors and the windows shut on me here. Now, be okay. So, we're going to do that again. Give yourself about 20 seconds. Get yourself set up with your weight. Back into our shoulder press or kettlebell swing, whichever you're doing. So in position, weights ready. Check those feet, plant them, soften the knees, square check the pelvis, and let's Knees, square, hold, go. You always set yourself from the floor up. Remember again, if you do find that your back arches, rather than standing like this, you simply take a step back and you push up through there and keep the core, try to keep it tight. Keep that pelvis tucked as always. And you can do it. If you're doing the kettlebell swing, make sure that you're not bending back. And also make sure that that weight's only going up as far as your face. It's not going any higher than that. 3, 2, time. Well done. Let's go to the floor for a sit-up. When you're ready, get yourself in position. Check that head and shoulders so they're off the floor. And we will go up, down. If you're using the weights and you're going the whole way up, make sure that you fold the spine up and then let it fall down slowly. Don't push yourself too much. You shouldn't be pulling yourself or bouncing into these moves. If you're holding the hands here, make sure you're not pulling the neck. It's only really for a guide. Your hands should be here or here, whichever way you want. But do not pull the neck. Keep the head and shoulders nice and straight and strong. 3, 2, time. Well done. Bringing it back up onto your feet. Going to get your weight again. And we're going to do it from the other side this time. So the weight is going beside your left foot forward. Left foot forward. Pretending the weight's already on the floor. If it was a kettlebell, it would be better. It will be a kettlebell tomorrow. And you're going to take a step back. Again, from the feet up. Are your feet secure in the ground? Are your knees soft? Is your pelvis tucked forward? Are you ready to go? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Picking up the weight carefully. Back towards that pocket. Down towards the foot. Up, down. Keep everything nice and tight. You're halfway already. Keep going. You can do it. Check that back. If you've got a curve in your back like this, you're going to hurt your shoulders. Back to here, down to here, not to the floor again. Up, ceiling's going to the wall behind you, or your elbow's going to the wall behind you, and the hand comes back down to beside your foot at whatever height it reaches naturally. And time. Well done. We're going to finish the set with our squat jumps again. Carefully set the weights down. We're nearly there. And the last round's lovely. 3, 2, 1, let's squat jump. Bum, 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 bum. I hope you have music blaring wherever you are. Keep going. Just realised my microphone has fallen out. Hold on. Keep going with the squat jumps. Find your own rhythm. Let's see if this helps a little bit. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. So again, up and down. Nice and soft. Or if you can't jump it, simply squat it. You're nearly there. Come on, you can do it last 5. 3, 2, time. Grab a drink. Well done. Would you stay over? So we're nearly there. How are we all doing? Are we okay? It's warm today. And I have to say we did a lot of climbing yesterday. Climbed a lot of steps and a lot of steep paths in really not very supportive runners, which was a bad call on my part. I think Emma as well was the same. So my calves are feeling it today. So this is great to get loosened up and get going again. So for the third round, we're going to start again with the kettlebell swing or the shoulder press, whichever one you're doing. We're going to go to the floor then for 2 exercises. So we're going to go down into a plank and shoulder tap and try to keep our core nice and solid. And then we're going to turn onto our backs into our reverse crunch. And we'll finish off then with sprints on the spot. So we're going to top and heel the 2 core pieces with lovely fun exercises. So again, getting yourself into position. We'll get ready for round 3. We'll get started. The sooner we get started, the sooner we get finished. When you're ready, plant those feet Think about your positioning and let's go. From the floor, pull way up, strong, let's go. Keep that core tight. If you're doing the kettlebell swing, again, check your posture the whole way from the floor. So you're standing strong, you've reached down to the bell, you're swinging it from here up without arching the back and without going too high at the top. Whichever one you're doing, check your technique. Always think about your position. Keep yourself safe. And with the kettlebell swing especially, be careful setting it down, which will be in 3, 2, and time. Well done. Let's go to the floor onto a plank position. Now again, for those of you who are new to this, or for whatever reason find difficulties with shoulder movements and things like that, or you just know yourself that you're nearly as strong as you want to be, but you're not quite there yet. With these movements on the floor, try them. If it's too much or if you're rocking too much, go to plank. And even if you use the 40 seconds in a plank position, you're working and strengthening those muscles that will eventually help you get to those other moves. So plank to tap is we're going here, into our onto our toes if we can, and we're simply going, sorry, I'm the wrong one, go from here to here. And you're going to bring the hand up to the shoulders and down, and you're going to try not to rock. So I'll do it facing this way so you can see what I mean. 3, 2, 1. I'm starting here. I'm either on my knees or on my feet, and whichever way I do it, the weight is in this hand. I touch my shoulder. I transfer the weight to this hand, touch my shoulder. And as you can see, I'm not really rocking too much. If I'm on my toes, I'll rock a little bit more because there's more weight to transfer. Hands should be directly below your shoulder. Feet are doing some of the work here as well, but your core should be so tight throughout this entire process here. And again, no rocking. If you're doing this or you're all over the place, that's what I mean about going and doing the plank only. 1, 2, and 10. Flip it over onto your back. And we're going to do a reverse crunch. As always, I'm going to show you a few variations. Choose which one you can do and stick to it. So, flat on the back. Make sure that every part of your back is touching the floor here, okay? Hands are by your side, directly beside your bum. Feet are together, you're bringing your knee in, heels to the ceiling. That's your basic reverse crunch. But the bum lifts up a little bit, okay? And then of course you can go much bigger as you progress. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So decide which one you're doing. Make sure the hands are not under the bum. People put the hands in here. No, keep them flat on the floor. Keep the core tight. Try and keep the back flat on the floor as much as possible. Lift the bum up, heel out. If when you put your heels out, your back arches, go a little bit higher. Keep going. Find your rhythm. Enjoy that movement. Last 10 seconds, you can do it, come on. And 10, well done. Bring it back up onto our toes. And we're going to sprint it out for the last 40 seconds. When you're ready, you can man if you have to. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Nice and light. Tappy, 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 tappy. Get the arms in, go and stop. Keep the arms in tight. Hands in front of your chest. Don't beat this. Halfway, come on. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. And we're going to speed it up for the last 10. Your breathing should be laboured here now. Let's go. Stay up, stay up. 3, 2, and time. Well done, grab a drink. Let's do that again. So go back to our kettlebell swing, or shoulder press. This is the last round, I promise. I'll leave you alone after this. So when you're ready, weights on the floor or in your hands, ready to go. And let's position ourselves safely. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up and down. Core tight, knees soft. Again, check it from the floor up. Are your feet flat? Are your knees safe? Is your pelvis tucked? Is your core tight? And are your arms in completely and utterly supported in doing the work that they're doing? Because if you're not solid from the floor up, your arms will do the work, but something in the back perhaps is compensating or doing something it shouldn't be. So you always have to make sure that you're safe from the floor up. Nearly there. Come on, 3 more. 2. Let's get 1 more in just for the last round. And time. Well done. Bring it down onto the floor, into that plank to reach. So again, are you doing it off your knees? Are you doing it off your toes? Decide before you start, and then you know what you're doing. Okay? When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Position, straight, pelvis top, core tight. Let's go. And your hands are coming up and down. If you're doing it off your knees, please make sure that your bum is not in the air. None of this. Okay? You're here, your hands are directly below your shoulders, and when you're transferring the weight over, it's a core movement. It's not just your hands. You should feel the core switching over. Hold it tight. Push the weight through the floor and take time for the weight to transfer from one hand to the other. No rocking. Nice and controlled. Nearly there. Come on. Another few seconds. 3, 2, time. Switch it over onto your back for a reverse crunch. Again, already knowing which one you're going to do. And when you start into that variation of the movement, stick with it. Don't change what you're doing. 3, 2, 1. Hands to the side. Knees to the chest. Heels to the ceiling. Knees, heels. 1, 2. If you want to progress it, if you can, go higher and lower. Keep that back flat on the floor. Heels first. Always heels first. No pointed toes. You got it. Come on. We're nearly there. Last 10 seconds. Keep the core tight. Watch the back. Keep the legs high if you have to. 3, 2, and hang on. We're going to finish off today on our toes for a wee run. Go for a wee run. Now, when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Find your rhythm. Keep the core tight. Halfway, come on. Arms in. If that's plank shoe, it helps. I'm going to speed it up. For the last 10 seconds, let's go. Run it out. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. And woohoo, time. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. So, walk around the room, grab a drink, get your heart rate down. And let's stretch it out. So you can maybe down onto your mat again. Lie it flat. And we'll stretch out after the session, okay? So again, flat back, legs low, arms back. And allow your body to relax into the floor. Nice deep breaths. Get that heart rate down. Feet and knees together. Now bring the knees in towards the chest. And hold. Nice deep breaths. Rock gently from side to side here if you wish. Let the lower back be rolled out on the floor. Holding on to that left leg now. Extend the right heel towards the wall in front of you. Keep the back flat on the floor. Carefully bring that back in, switch sides. Push the heel towards the wall. Bring it back in. Feet and knees together still, feet onto the floor. Hands are up here. You're going to let the legs fall one direction and the arms fall the other. Be very careful with this one. Lift that top leg for a deeper stretch if you can. Keep the breathing nice and slow. Bring it back to center carefully. And again, other side. Back to center. Put the left ankle onto the right knee. Reach through and pull that leg up towards you. Use the elbow if you wish to push the knee out so that you get a deeper stretch into the glute. And then for another added bonus, push the heel towards the ceiling. And there's my calves screaming from yesterday's walks. Carefully setting it back down. Switching over. Reaching through. Pulling up. Oh. And go. Hold it there. Bringing it back down to center. Again, well done. Bring it over onto your side or onto your front. Whichever is most comfortable for you. If you're on your side, knees are together, hands out, back is straight, heel is in towards the bum. Keep that knee on top of the other knee and push it through the pelvis. Switching sides onto your other side or onto your front, whichever you can do, and we push it through. Push the pelvis down into the floor. Okay, hands side to side underneath the shoulders, and you're going to push yourself up towards the ceiling. Mind the lower back. Enjoy that stretch. And you're going to push the bum back onto the heels. From here, I want you to put your hand, right hand, through and push it through onto the floor. Push the shoulder down towards the floor. So we did a lot of arm work today, so I just want to make sure that the arms are fully stretched back to center. So you're threading the hand through the gap, push the shoulder towards the floor and stretching out those shoulders. Bring it back up to center. Toes into the floor, bum in the air, heels down into the floor and stretch. Use the hands now and walk up out of that. Hands forward, well done. Arms across. Again, I know it's another arm stretch, but you'll thank me tomorrow. Back again to center, switch them over. Turn onto your side. Step back, tuck the pelvis, nice and low. Step sides, back, down, tuck, hold. And then we'll finish off. Arms out in front. Keep these shoulders low now. Push up high. Bring the hands behind your back and roll the shoulders low. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're all okay. Drink loads of water and stretch those arms again this afternoon if you get a chance. I will talk to you all tomorrow.